Welcome to Boats and Pros, the podcast where we tackle all things boats and fiberglass repair. Whether you're a seasoned pro or a weekend warrior, we've got the tips to keep your boat in tip-top shape. Let's get into it. This is Nick here from Boats and Pros, and we have a very special guest today. We're going to introduce one of our youngest members of the Boats and Pros IMC Boatworks team. This is my 4-year-old daughter. Say hi, everyone.
Hi.
How are you today?
Good.
All right. Are you excited to be on the Boats and Pros podcast?
Yes.
Very nice. Do you want to talk about Daddy's work?
Yes.
Okay, tell me, what does Daddy do for a job?
He built boats for people.
Oh, yeah? What kind of boats?
Boats that go fast.
Boats that go fast. I like it. Do people go fishing on those boats?
Yes.
That's right.
You go fishing on boats, but you build boats for other people.
That's right. That's right. What else?
You made the purple boat for Mr. Chad.
I did make a purple boat for somebody. That's right. What else? Tell me more. Where does Daddy work?
At the shop.
That's right. And where's that?
Right up the hill.
Right up the hill. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Is it big or a small shop?
Small.
It's small. Okay. All right. Fair enough. It definitely could be bigger. I agree. I think we should talk to Mommy about that. Maybe we could lobby for a bigger shop.
Big.
Yeah. Okay. Is there anything else that you want to tell everybody?
Yes.
Okay. Let's hear it.
I'm gonna sing.
Oh, perfect. We were hoping you would.
La 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 la, when you see that. La 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 la. Mama. Hear that? La 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 la, mama see la la la, mama see la la.
How long does it take Daddy to make a boat?
1 hour.
1 hour. And what's my favorite color of boat to make?
Blue.
Blue. All right. Okay. Say goodbye, everybody.
No. Goodbye, everybody.
Very nice. Thank you. All right. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Boats and Pros. Going to have a very special episode this week. Going to be a little shorter than usual. And instead of my usual co-host, I have my beautiful wife joining me today. Say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
All right. She said it. Introduce yourself.
Oh, hi, I'm Sam. I'm Nick's wife, and I have been with him for 15 plus years, and he's been doing boats the entire time.
If you asked me how long we'd been together and I didn't have an exact answer, I bet I'd get in trouble. And you just guessed in years.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I've got proof of that for the future. Okay. So this week, we're going to talk first, tool of the week. It's one of my favorite tools. I've often said, I think I've even said it on this podcast. If I had to choose only one power tool to build a whole boat with, it's going to be the oscillating tool with the carbide blade. This is one of those tools that I don't actually have a favorite brand that I'm specifically going to recommend. I've been through a lot of different ones. I used to buy a lot of the Bosch ones, and they lasted pretty well. But after 5 or 6 of them, I kind of gave up and just went back to buying the old Harbor Freight ones. And they also hold up pretty well. Maybe at least 6 months, maybe a year, I would say, out of them. And for the price, that's pretty solid, especially if you put the protection plan on it. If you don't get the carbide blade, this thing's going to be useless. You might get 4 or 5 linear inches of clean cutting or something like that. Carbide blade, you're going to get a lot more time out of it. So even though it has like $20, $25 price tag on that thing, go ahead and grab it. All right, that's it for tool of the week. Sam, what's your favorite tool?
The bubble thing, the bubble wand, bubble blaster.
The bubble blaster. What do you do with that?
I'm
going to guess blast bubbles.
I don't know, you put it on the fiberglass with the resin and you roll it.
Bubble buster.
Bubble buster. I think it's because I like saying bubble buster.
It's a good tool.
That's all I've got.
You got to have it. All right. Sam votes bubble buster. Okay, so what have I been up to? Well, did a little quick project this morning over at a local marina. A guy had recently bought a 46-foot carver, and he was looking to put his jet ski up on the very back of the hardtop. He had a little open spot there, and the boat came with a davit, and he needed these little removable chocks installed. So we did that this morning. You have anything to add, Sam?
No.
All right, very nice. All right, so I guess we'll talk a little bit about a project that I've been working on for shoot at least the last few months now. I can't even remember exactly when I started it, but it is a little 23-foot houseboat, a 1970 something Sturry houseboat. It's a really neat boat. It's kind of got a integrated house that sits on top of the hull. They bond at the rub rail. It's got two different hardtop levels at the top, and it was originally equipped with a IO motor, some kind of little Volvo something or other. And this boat, when it came in, this guy brought it over from North Carolina. And at first, we were talking about just doing some paint touch ups. This boat had had the original motor removed and a makeshift outboard bracket installed on the transom and a old Johnson 140 with a blown cylinder on it. So he brought it by and we started looking around on this thing and realized pretty quickly that the motor was shot, the bracket was dangerous, transom was shot, the decks were shot, the stringers were shot, the front deck was shot, and it needed some paint touch-ups. So it turned into a much bigger job than we thought it was going to. Right, Sam?
Yes, it's become a very big job. And when you first brought this houseboat in, you liked to show me around it and try to convince me that we needed the second houseboat. You're doing a pretty
Yeah,
good
he
job.
he had another one of them. He bought two. Sometimes you got to have two.
He has two, and you are trying to convince me that we need the other one. And you're doing a good job on making the one in the shop look really good. But I don't know that we need another boat at our house. I think we've got like 10 boats with like two of them have motors and the rest are just fiberglass.
That's not fair at all. We've got five boats and three have motors. So
I don't think that's correct. You have molds of boats, which also count.
no, that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, we can save that little dispute for later. So far on this houseboat, we have gutted the entire interior of it. We took the wall panels off, took all the original wiring out, all the furniture, the cabinets, the sink. We took the deck out of it, cut the stringers out of it. We reinstalled new stringers out of 3/4 marine ply, and we installed a new deck out of 1/2 inch marine ply. And then in the transom area, we replaced the transom with 1.5 inch Cruisin board, and the rear stringers joining the last 4 feet from the stringers to the transom are also Cruisin. Nice big knees that come into what is now an integrated outboard bracket that we built into the transom. 24 inches of setback on that, 16 degrees of transom angle, which we increased a little bit from the 13 degrees that the boat had from factory, just to help account a little bit for that additional setback that we created. We also brought the motor up 2 inches when we did that setback. I'm not sure that this boat's going to spend much, if any, time on plane, but in theory, hopefully with the geometry that we did, it will be able to if he wants to. I think we're putting a 200 horsepower Johnson back on this boat. It's actually a really clean Facebook Marketplace find. Supposedly, the story on this motor is that the guy who had it on his boat won the lottery and went out and bought himself a brand new motor. And this nice old clean Johnson got sold for a pretty good deal. So hopefully, it still has some years in it. I've always said those old motors will run forever. They're just loud and smoky while they do it. So we got our stringers, transom back in. We're working on a swim platform, which I actually finished the laminations on today. We made a dirty mold for that, which I do have a video coming together. Might be a couple weeks before it actually hits the internet at this point, about the process of making that dirty mold and building this swim platform. That's going to get integrated onto the outboard bracket that we already have built, and then we are pretty much ready to move forward with painting this boat. We've already removed all the old vinyl striping and decals from it, and we're going to give it an all-craft paint job. We are also installing a new fuel tank and rigging the outboard motor onto it. And at that point, we'll see if the customer decides to go forward with any more work or if he's going to take it home and finish it up himself. I think this is one of those situations where it ended up being a lot more investment than originally anticipated. But that's something to keep in mind if you're looking to restore a boat. You need to really be honest with yourself about what you're expecting to spend on it and where your potential over expenditures are going to be, especially when it comes to assessing the structural integrity of the hull and things like that. Usually, the things that are really going to kill you would be obviously like stringers or transom being bad when you thought they were good. A hole in a fuel tank's a good one to get you. That'll always be a good few thousand, the ones I've done. If you do a really good inspection, I'm not saying don't buy a boat that has bad stringers. I'm just saying make sure you pay the right price for it. That's a huge negotiating point for a seller who is selling the boat otherwise in good condition. If you find out the stringers are shot, you're going to be able to bring the price down pretty significantly, I would say. What do you think, Sam?
Yes, I've seen you do a lot of negotiations while using all of these terms. And
Yeah.
I just stand there.
I like to say all the words at once really fast and then just offer a low amount of money, like alphabet soup.
It works.
Yeah, sometimes. Well, what else? We're going on a cruise. We got the Gulf is full of hurricanes right now, and we're gonna hop in a boat and float around for a little while.
Yeah, but the boat's really big.
It's really big.
You haven't done any fiberglass repairs on this boat.
You think they'll let me? What does that mean? Whoa.
I think it's probably good if it hasn't needed any repairs. This is good news.
If I had done repairs on it, would you still go?
I would definitely go because you're
Okay.
really good
You
at
better
it.
be careful.
You make it super strong.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, we're going on a cruise, and there's hurricanes out in the Atlantic and the Gulf, and we are going to be kind of in both sides, the Bahamas and Mexico. So
How many people is it now?
we are officially at 49 people going on this cruise.
Wow. This started with us and some close friends of ours up here in Tennessee. And then slowly we started adding Florida friends and Florida family and Florida friends and families, extended friends and family and friends of friends. And I'm super excited about it.
It's going to be a lot of fun. And Nick, have you done a lot of planning on this cruise?
Yeah. Well, I actually planned the whole thing for everybody. And I made sure that we all had cabins on the same floor. And I sent out potential itineraries to everybody who was going. And I made sure that our dining times were all at the same time. And I told everybody where we should sit at the private island. And I even went so far as to coordinate all the women's outfits. And we're all going to have special BoatsnPros mints on our pillows.
Yeah, so if I ask him what day we leave on the cruise,
Thursday.
That is incorrect. I knew you would not know what day we are leaving on the cruise. I'll give you one more chance.
Well, we're leaving here on Thursday, and then we get on the cruise on Saturday morning, and then we get off the cruise on Thursday morning.
Wow, very good.
I know. I booked it.
No. This man, he doesn't know when we're going anywhere.
I know I have the drink package.
Yes, you do have the drink package, but that's probably all he knows. Do you know all your
That's
outfits?
all I need to know.
Do you know all your outfits for the week?
Don't need to know. We're on a need-to-know basis, and I don't need to know. There's this every cruise that I've been on. There's this magical invisible room attendant that lays out whatever I'm probably supposed to wear on the bed.
Yeah, just coordinates with our entire family.
Right, well, when you're good, you're good. I think they call it good taste. All right. Well, do you have anything else to add?
No, that's it. I'm excited that.
Oh my God! You didn't mute your phone. You just ruined the whole podcast. It's probably mine. All right. Well, on that note,
See you next week.
see you next week. BoatsnPros out. Don't forget to join Fiberglass Tips and Tricks on Facebook.